hockey fans, welcome back to the ACHA Division II National Championships from Westchester, Pennsylvania. I'm Rhett McGibbon, joined by Brandon Coburn. This afternoon, the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles taking on the Michigan State Spartans. And Brandon, when you think of the Eagles, you think of goal scoring.
11 goals yesterday, Rhett. This team, Florida Gulf Coast, comes in. They had 45 shots. 11 of them find the back of the net. Yesterday we had a Mr. Hat Trick out there as Nathan Pelligra. 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. They also had a couple goal scorers who had 2 goals in the game. Hauser with 2, Kamala 1, Dupree 1, and the leading goal scorer in the entire ACHA, Klutz, with 2 goals, 1 assist for 3 points. Also, Ekaveri, the captain, 1 goal and 2 assists as well.
Yeah, Jordan Klotz, 41 goals, 24 assists, 65 points on the year. He has been an absolute dynamo for the Eagles. When you take a look at Michigan State coming in, you were saying they are the 9 seed. So just kind of snuck in through the regional process. And see, yesterday, they had a bit of a tough day. Today, you're taking on a really good offensive team. So obviously, defense first, clogging up the neutral zone and taking away the speed of FGCU is imperative.
The lowest seed in the tournament, if you take a look at where they finished in their rankings, the 9th seed in the Central Division, an impressive showing to go all the way through their region, and now they're finally at the tournament. They played Arizona State and lost 10-4 yesterday.
Eric Matic, the starting goaltender for the Spartans. Tyler Tracy in net for the Eagles. Quick D-to-D passing here right off the bat for Michigan State. Controlling it now is Pober. He drops it back, quickly played ahead. That goes over everybody's stick. However, icing isn't called. Marlinski to Grosvenor. Back to Marlinski. These Eagles can control the puck. Their passing is surgical. Play back behind the goal. Grosvenor going after it. He's still controlling it. Trying to play it up along the boards. Nice job there on the forecheck by Dave Melnick. Turned over, down deep. A pass in front. It's still in legs, and that one shot wide of the net. Getting to it is Klotz. He's going to skate it ahead, a cross-ice pass. Here comes Dupree with speed, cuts to the middle, a backhand try, and that is robbed out of the air by Eric Matic.
Welcome to the game, Michigan State. You're getting your first sample of probably the fastest team, in my opinion, in the nation. Dupuis flying in, quick inside-out move, and just like that, a primetime scoring opportunity because of it.
Face-off one back down deep. Albasta able to get it out into the neutral zone. Once again, controlling it are these Eagles. Gudowitz sending it in. Echeverry, he's giving chase. It's played into the corner. There's Camelo. Echeverry can't hold on to it. It's able to track it down the corner, however. Both sides now battling for it. D'Angelo trying to get it out. A backdoor play didn't connect. Just poked in down deep. That was Jacob Leonard. Comes to the near side. Gudowitz out to the point. Echeverry able to keep it in for the Eagles. Skating it ahead and able to get it out now. That was Alex Fasten. Spartans get it in deep. Once again, Gudowitz ahead. Echeverry across the line. Little drag move, sent that one wide of the net. It's back behind the goal, batted to the far boards. Now Michigan State with some help from Grant Newton, able to get it out. Newton with it again. Just gets that one slightly in the Eagle zone. Back and forth play here to start this hockey game. 18 minutes left. Cross-ice pass just out of the reach of Tobazic. He's still on it, however. Now out to the point. A long rising shot up and over the goal. Near half boards. Played down deep. Trying to give and go from back behind the net. That didn't work out. Wrapped around the boards. Finds its way to Badner. He'll cycle it down low. The Spartans a quick shot. That goes wide of the net. Tyler Tracy butterfly sliding to his near side post. Eagles, the board bank. That one comes out in legs. Colton Bailey, big number 18, sends that one forward. Right off the boards and back to the Eagles blue line once again. Bailey, a big man skating with it from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Still controlling it along the boards. He's going to cycle it deep now. Getting to this one easily is going to be Newton. Quick D-to-D pass. William Walker back to Newton. Tried to get it ahead, unable to. Camelo in. What a deke scores! Froze the goaltender. with a little fake, and he tucked it in.
3 minutes into this hockey game already. And
How much time is now, Jim?
we'll catch up.
Just to let you everybody know at home, not to worry. The clock you see on your screen is separate from the actual score clock here at the arena. They aren't synced like in normal venues, so no worries. It's totally fine. This play continues here. Camelo bearing that goal at the 3-minute mark. This one's going to go in deep. Chasing after it is Pober. Eagles right back on the attack. Skating ahead, nice job protecting the puck. And coming ahead is Melnick. He tried to make a couple moves. Played far sideboards. Eagles trying to get it out. Quickly played ahead. Here comes Camelo again with speed. His shot blocking arm save made. Far corner. Noise playing it around out to the point. Gudowitz looking towards the net. Shot through traffic. Stopped. Rebound came out. Skating it ahead is Patson. He'll gain center and dump that one in down deep. Trying to stop it behind the net was Tracy. Spartans had it momentarily. Gudowitz sending it ahead. It's dropped back by Dupree. Wrapped around far side. Leonard ahead. Pelligra air mills that one forward. Dupree hard on the forecheck. It's off the glass and out. Down and in a ton of pain on the far side. Nathan Pelligra.
Not a guy you want to see down if you are a Florida Gulf Coast fan. Pelligra with the 3 goals yesterday. And as you said, Rhett, he is in a heap of pain. And you got to hope that he is okay because he is a key contributor to this Florida Gulf Coast team's success. And that last goal it shows you Michigan State. You cannot afford to make mistakes in this game. 3 shots up on the board is all they needed to get their first goal in the game. And if you're going to make mistakes, you're going to turn the puck over. It's going to be in the back of the net pretty quickly. In Michigan State, unfortunately, you make a turnover, last man back like that, and 1-0 pretty quickly in the hockey game.
Looks like Pelligra is going to be okay, skating off on his own power. How do you like the haircut? You don't get to see the
We're
dude.
seeing a lot of
interesting.
we're seeing a lot of it lately here at the Old National Tournament. I think everyone's taking a book out of the Patty Kane Mullet Foundation.
Hopefully that's the only chapter they take out. Face off, one back pedaling in his own zone. Albasta, that would just click with you.
Yeah. A little slow today.
Yeah, that's all right. No worries. Tracy stopping it. Grosvenor controlling it down in his own corner. It's played back behind the net. Camelo able to poke it around. Echeverry ahead. Camelo, he's got tons of speed. Near side, swept in down deep. That was off the stick of Nick Hauser. That one goes all the way around. Now the Spartans able to clear it. They come in the offensive zone. Van Acker in the corner. Drops it to himself. He's stationary now, just decides to throw it on net. They're poking at the side of the goal. Tracy was key there. Another shot out in front. Van Acker, a one-timer in front of the goal, sent it wide. Prime real estate for him to make this game 1-1.
Best scoring chance right there for Michigan State. You got a chance in the slot against Florida Gulf Coast. You got to make them pay.
Newton ahead. Just comes across the line. The pass connects. A shot scores! Devin D'Angelo makes it 1-1. He had 30 goals in the regular season and made no mistake on that one.
That's how you make them pay right there. You get another scoring opportunity. This one probably not even as good a scoring chance, and it's just using the defender as a screen right there. And what do you know? In the back of the net it goes. We got a tie hockey game on our hands.
Make sure you get that updated there.
Well, we're having some trouble with that, so somebody's going to figure it out.
14:47 remaining, first period of play, 1-1 the score here in Westchester, Pennsylvania at the D2 Nationals. Pelligra, he's back on the ice. Sends it far corner. Klotz chasing after it. He's battling for it behind the goal. There's Dupree, the Toronto native. Twisting and turning along the boards. It comes out to the line. A shot through traffic. Goes off a stick and wide. Klotz had the stick between his legs. Tried to play it out in front. What skill he was showing there. Klotz with it again. He's got a man in front. The shot off a stick. It's still free in the circle. Klotz banging for it. He's a small man, but excellent on his feet. Stick tied up, another shot towards the goal. Pad save made. That was Eric Maiditz directing it into the corner. Back behind the goal line now. Walker playing it around. This is going to come up. D'Angelo just scored a goal moments ago. Knocked off his stick. Klotz with it again behind the net. Drifts that one out in front. He's going to get to his own pass. Plays it into the neutral zone. Grosvenor. D-to-D. Logan Gerst will send that one in far corner. In this game, I believe you're going to see a lot of Grant Newton and William Walker, the top-end defensive pair for this Michigan State Spartans team. Chipped ahead through the neutral zone. Played back the other way by Marlinski. A nice pass right on the tape. And here comes Colton Bailey. Throws on the brakes, blows the tire. However, is able to cycle it in deep. Poke check back the other way. Lynch out to the point, kept in. Walking across top of the circle. Bailey decides to take it back to the same side. Nice move towards the middle. Knocked off a stick at the last moment. Now the Spartans struggling to get it out. They're still with it. Here come the Eagles. A pass across. Backhand try. Couldn't tuck it in. Still controlling it, however. Leon dropping it off in the corner. Colton Bailey top the circle. This is 5-on-5 play. Out to the point. Marlinski sends it right back in deep. Michael Pober able to get to it. He'll airmail that one out to center ice. Here's Marlinski quickly playing it ahead. Echeverry with speed coming in. Drops it back. A shot. That's wide on the glove side. Now to play.
You see Florida Gulf Coast, probably the most offensively talented team in the tournament. And so far, Michigan State, other than one giveaway, has done a pretty good job of containing them so far in this first period. They are going to have lots of pressure, but that's where they thrive, is pure offense. And you're going to have some scoring chances if you're Michigan State. You got to make the most of them like they did in the game.
Yep.
1-1 because of it.
Nice pass ahead, skating with speed. Will Badner comes in across the blue line, takes it to the outside. He's met there by Gudowitz. Played along the boards. Eagles getting to it. Camello unable to clear. Badner chasing after that puck. Plays it back behind the goal line. Spartans hoping to win this one along the boards. A pass in front. Badner can't get the shot off. Camello, quick pass ahead. Echeverry catches up to it at the line. Looking for a man in front. Echeverry, a blind backhand pass, comes all the way to the top of the circle. Camello able to pick it up. He lost the handle. It's played deep. Hauser. He has got a bullet of a snapshot. If he lets it go in this hockey game, you will be impressed, I promise. Little backhand play. Picked up. Here come the Eagles. Near side. Right on the tape. Dupree. In. Shot. Stopped. Rebound. Covered up by Matic.
Michigan State all about weathering the storm right now, and they're in a bit of a storm. Florida Gulf Coast has had a lot of pressure. They're getting a lot of shots up on the board. I know you're only seeing 4 up there, but they have got to start containing the speed right now of the Eagles and getting the puck out, just chipping it out and getting it in deep against Florida Gulf Coast.
11:21 the time. 1-1 the score here in the first period. The puck back behind the net of the Eagles. It's tried to be sent out in front by the Spartans. Quickly played ahead. Walker can't get a piece of it. Oh, yes, he can. Icing's waved off. Newton. Near side board bank comes out to the line. It's kept in there by Grosvenor. Dupree trying to dance around his man. Grosvenor with it. A shot through traffic. Blocking arm save made. It goes far side. And getting to it, Merritt. Kept in, however. Nice work along the boards by Mulally. Sent right back in by Noyes. Walker sending it ahead. Here comes Merritt. He lets a shot go. That's wide of the goaltender, Tyler Tracy. Played back behind the net. Michigan State coming on here. A quick pass in front. Loose puck out to the point. That was a bullet high of the net. State still with it. Controlling it along the boards. That puck's played deep. Hayes giving chase out to the point. Pober back towards the net. It went off a stick. Now it's down in the corner. Joseph Hewitt walks across the top of the circle. Look to send it in deep. It comes back to Hewitt. Plays it around his man. Tied up along the boards. Down deep. Hewitt with it once again. A pass in front off a leg. Another shot, and Tracy makes the save.
You gotta like the response here by Michigan State after having a couple shifts in their own zone. They have done a very good job of containing Florida Gulf Coast and keeping it in their own zone.
9:59 left in the first period. 1-1 the score. A tremendous game in terms of speed. Both sides have done a great job. Camello with the goal for FGCU, and scoring for Michigan State, Devin D'Angelo.
You are watching the ACHA Division II National Championship live from Westchester, Pennsylvania, and we would like to thank GreatSkate.com, Sherwood Hockey, and Harrow Sports, the official apparel provider of the ACHA.
Good stuff. Who else? You always have to thank these people. Did you just do that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought that was at the end of
No, it's
the
every
whole thing.
every read. Oh, I'll do it. We would also like to thank Westchester Visitors Bureau, Iceline Quad Rinks, App Hammer, and our broadcast partner, that is Utah Hockey. Good stuff. Looks like we might have the bug ready for you as play about to continue here. Mike Camello in to take the draw. He'll be facing off against Alexander Sawchik. Camello with it. Look to reverse it off the end boards. It's still tied up. Camello now playing it around near side. Hauser can't get that one. That shot's going to be snared by the glove of Tracy.
Early on in this game, it looked like it was going to be Florida Gulf Coast. They scored the first goal. They had a really good chance by Dupuis coming in. And Michigan State, they allowed the first goal, but ever since that moment, they've done a very good job of playing with Florida Gulf Coast and making a game out of this one so far in this first period.
Played along the half wall, sent towards the net, picked up, sent ahead by Hauser. Here's Echeverry with speed, cuts in, just knocked off his stick by Albosta. Along the boards, Camello on it, Echeverry just trying to sniff for a loose puck there. Cross-ice pass. That was hit by a stick of Marlinski. The bobbling puck finds its way far corner. Garst skating ahead. Cross-ice pass. That goes off the skate of Echeverry. They're able to get it out. Maloney back for the Spartans. His shot off a leg. It's played down deep. Marlinski with it once again. Dropping it off behind the net. Garst now looking for an outlet, plays it right out in front of his net. Camello sent ahead. Echeverry near side. He was looking for Dupuis. It's knocked down. It's going to be sent right back in, giving chase. Nick Jones comes out top of the circle. A glorious opportunity for Van Acker. No penalty coming. Taken down on the play was Camello. The Florida Gulf Coast bench a little bit incensed on that one.
Yeah, definitely should have been a penalty called there. I think the head officials right in the corner. He turned his head at the wrong time, didn't see it whatsoever. So Michigan State getting away with a call right there.
Gudowitz sent that one cross ice. Icing waved off. Dupuis tracking that puck down. It comes to him. He's got it now. Spins away, still managing it. Tries to cut in front. Klotz was there on the doorstep but couldn't connect. Van Acker for State. Bringing it across the line, rolls off his stick. Here's Gudowitz. Another cross-ice pass on the tape. They fire it back the other way. Pellegra, nice move, lost the handle. It's still in front. Another shot, pad save made. Rebound comes out, and it's cleared away by the Spartans. Gudowitz in his own zone. Using the net as protection. Quickly playing it ahead. Dupuis, a touch pass. Pellegra couldn't control it. Bats it forward, however. Michael Pober forced to take it back behind his net. 7:30 left here in the first. Leon cutting in. His shot wide of the goal. Pellegra battling for it down deep, getting to it. Michael Pober, he'll just send that one down the length of the ice. Icing will be called. It's going back to touch it up. Jacob Leonard.
Take a look at the work that Michigan State throughout the year, sitting at 12 wins, 10 losses, 4 ties on the year. They had 112 goals for, 96 against.
Low scoring hockey there, that's for sure.
Definitely, and you take a look at Gulf Coast on the other hand, a team that had 257 goals for,
it's crazy.
only 52 goals against in the regular season. Pretty impressive stats, 25-5 throughout the year.
You know, the Flames and Florida Gulf Coast played each other 4 times, Liberty Flames. Be interesting to see how many goals against the Flames were able to score against them in those 4 games. And deduct that from the rest of their play. 'Cause
Yeah.
you'd have to think, I guess the rest of the competition, it's probably only 40 goals against. That's incredible.
Probably, yeah. It's crazy to think Liberty knocking off Florida Gulf Coast 3 times out of the 4 this year. It's the first time that's ever happened. And Florida Gulf comes into the tournament second seed because of it, but maybe a little less pressure this year, sitting at a 2 seed.
Leon takes a clapper right off the foot of Michael Albasta. He's flamingoing off the ice. Shot towards the net. Tracy makes the save, and the whistle will blow.
And you look at Florida Gulf Coast last year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken here, they were undefeated the entire year up into the national championship game. They might have had a loss in there at one point, but I know that they definitely weren't a team used to losing. Not that they are this year, but they were undefeated. They lose the last game of the year, and now it's kind of coming in a little bit different story this year as they've had a couple losses. They played some pretty decent teams, and now they're coming in. They don't have that same weight of having to be the undefeated team.
It's true.
Although a lot of times it does.
Puck comes in front, scores. Dupree on the backhand makes it 2-1.
A lot of times you need to be undefeated to go through this tournament, and the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles look to continue their winning ways here as now they have the lead once again, 2-1 the score. Dylan Dupree getting credit for the last goal right there, as that was a nice one. Makes the move around the goaltender, and it's 2 times where Michigan State, you just left your goaltender out to dry, and it's 2 dekes around him. 2-1 the score.
Camello in to take the draw, facing off against Michael Uhays. Sent off the boards. Marlinski quickly sends it back. Echeverry dumping it in. Ooh, that puck almost came out in front. Matic had to be awfully careful. Quickly sent ahead. Hewitt takes a shot. Tracy makes the save. Hold on. Here's a question. Florida Gulf Coast, you always think offense, offense, offense. They can put the puck in the back of the net. I think one stigma their goaltending has, though, is the fact that they're weak. But do you really know that? They don't get tested enough, and I think people think, they don't have good goalies. But is that the case?
Nice tip right there. I know what you're saying, and a lot of times a lot of people end up saying the best defense is a great offense, and that's the case for Florida Gulf Coast.
Hauser drops it back. Camello a shot. Matic makes the save. Turn back the other way. Hewitt quickly sending it ahead. Uhays in the offensive zone, throwing on the brakes. Tried to direct that one towards the net. Now it finds its way back behind the goal. Banked off the boards by Leonard. Camello. Echeverry. He's got Hauser with him. Echeverry in. Backhand move. Backdoor scores. Hauser. What a play by Echeverry.
Very well might be one of the prettiest goals we have seen in the entire tournament as Echeverry comes in now, makes an incredible backhand toe drag, and then he just finds Hauser backdoor, and those two have connected a number of times throughout the tournament. 3-1 FGCU over Michigan State here in this first period with 5 minutes remaining.
Hauser had 30 goals on the regular season. He can put the puck in the back of the net, a big man with a great shot. Not afraid to crash and bang in front of the goal as well. They're back on the attack. Dupree gets around one. Cycles it down and around. Klotz was stood up in the high slot area. Michigan State still unable to get it out. Played back deep. Dupree going for it. And you talk about a player's motor. Dupree has got one that just keeps going. Tipped in front. Scoring on the play. Chris Grosvenor.
First shot there for Florida Gulf Coast. That ends up going in the back of the net because their other 3 goals have all come off of getting the goaltender, moving him out, and basically having a wide open net. And only a matter of time before the Eagles take off. They spread the wings, and it looks like they're taken away here, 4-1 the score. Spartans got to get the spears out.
Back to the Eagles blue line. Marlinski near side. Dupree fakes the dump in. Wow, off his knee, sends it far side. Klotz dodges one check. It's taken back in down low by Tobzik. Played along the boards. Dupree battling for it. Comes out to the line. Tobazic now able to get it out. Throws on the brakes. Pass ahead. Jones trying to bring it in, unable to. Klotz near side. Dupree. He's got ice to work with. Tries to find the trailer. Klotz, a shot. Glove save made by Matic. He
Real
flashed
nice
a little
stop.
leather on that one.
Best stop of the period there for him. And you talk about the speed of Florida Gulf Coast. They also got a ton of guys that have incredible hands. But one thing that you don't talk about enough about this team is the way that they're able to move the puck, the passing. It's on the stick every single time. You don't see a lot of errant passes, and it's showing here in this national tournament. This team now with their 15th goal in less than 2 games.
3:50 the real time left on the clock. First period, 4-1 Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. Played to the near boards. Michigan State will just lightly dump that one in. Marlinski able to get back to it. He's controlling it along the end boards. An errant pass off the stick of Arnone. Didn't make its way through it. Send in front. No Spartan able to get a stick on that one. Near sideboards. Cycled deep off the skates of Garst. Back ahead. Here they come once again. Eduardo Leon drops it back. Colton Bailey lets the shot go backdoor off the skate. A good save there by Martic. A beautiful backdoor play. He just got the skate on that one and kept it out.
Relentless attack by the Eagles. And like you said, it was a great stop off of the skate there, the goaltender, to keep that one from going in and making this a whopping 5-1 lead here in this first period. 12-6 the shots here for the home team, Florida Gulf Coast.
Played along the boards, sent out into neutral ice. Banked ahead by Leonard, sent in by Camello. Giving chase is Noise. Cross ice pass, finding that one, Melnick. Tracy able to play that one into the corner easily. It goes back behind the goal, sent around, Noise giving chase. Another shot towards the net, found its way behind and around. Camello off the glass and out. This one's going to come right in on goal. Stopped by Matic, and he's forced to hold on to it as it got trapped under his blocker.
Spartans just got to get back to playing that simple brand of hockey they were early in the period. I know they allowed the quick goal to start the game, but then they started picking things up. They got some shots, they got some scoring chances, and right now they're having some trouble getting it out of a high offensive forecheck here from Florida Gulf Coast. It starts with just getting the puck out and making sure when you are in the Gulf Coast end, you don't give them odd man rushes to come back with.
Cross ice pass. Getting to it, Van Acker. His shot stopped, rebound, covered up. Big loss today, Lindenwood Belleville dropping their game to Miami of Ohio. That was a bit of a shocker for most people.
I think most people,
this tournament.
Yeah, a lot of people in their bracket, if you want to say, had Lindenwood Belleville as the top team maybe. And now they suffer a loss to Miami of Ohio. Team playing in the South, the 3 seed actually, so a big upset there.
Hard to believe Miami of Ohio considered a South team. It's Ohio.
Yeah, it is.
Last time I checked.
Ohio's in the South. I mean, the Ohio Bobcats, same thing. They're playing in the South Division as well.
Kind of crazy. Puck wrapped around, comes to the near side. Dupree runs into a man. It's banked off the end boards. Marlinski quickly playing it ahead. Pelligra can't catch up to it. Didn't really read the bank that well. Now Echeverry in his zone. Dropping it back. Garst. 1:13 left on the clock. Trying to find an outlet. Reversed once again. Dupree, Klotz, all kind of staying up high in the defensive zone. Now they find their pass. Klotz, far side. Drop back. Klotz a shot. That's up and over the crossbar and a little bit wide as well. Goodowitz sending it on net. Klotz just coming out in front of the net, was looking for a redirect. Leonard sends it right back in. Goes off a skate. getting to it. Jacob Stricker, he'll bring it out in front. That was a little bit dangerous. Eagles were reading the play well and almost cut it off. Here's Klotz, out to the point. Gudowitz, D to D. Leonard a drive. That's off the back, I believe, of Dupree in front. Now to play.
FGCU still looking for another one. Get some more insurance in this one. And Michigan State, you can start to see the body language right now. Being in a big hole in this period, they know they have a big hole to climb out of. Because Florida Gulf Coast, they are flying out here.
Dupree, shot blocked out to the point. Leonard, board bank, Peligra. Top of the circle, send it in, down low. Here's Klotz on the backhand, in front, loose puck. Just slithers into the corner. It's played back behind the goal once again. 11 seconds remaining here in the first. Florida Gulf Coast, in dominating fashion, have put up 4 goals on the board. Gudowitz, another one, pad save made. That's going to do it for the first period. 4-1 the score in favor of the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. If you just joined us later in that period, right off the bat, it was a turnover. Mike Camello was able to bury for the Eagles, making it 1-0. Then quickly after, Devin D'Angelo came in and sniped it to make it a 1-1 score. But then, really, it seems like the Eagles found their stride and started to bury 3 unanswered goals to make it a 4-1 hockey game. They've been absolutely fantastic since then. And Brandon Coburn now going down to get the head coach of Michigan State, James Martin. He's been there for quite some time. I remember when they won the national championships in Fort Collins, Colorado. Tyler Sands was the goaltender. He was absolutely magical in that run for the Michigan State Spartans. Good to see him back here at the D2 Nationals this season. And he'll be with Brandon in just a moment, just going over a few things. Tons of action going on. We'll be back tomorrow, noon games and also 3 o'clock games. And now Brandon's got the man, and we'll send it down to him. Thanks, Brandon. 4-1 the score once again. We'll be back. Second period coming up in a moment. You're watching the ACHA Division II National Championships live from Westchester, Pennsylvania. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to the ACHA Division II National Championships here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Rhett McGibbon, Brandon Coburn with the call. Florida Gulf Coast Eagles up by a score of 4-1. The goal scorers in that period: Chris Grosvenor, he had a goal, long shot from the point. Dylan Dupree able to bury. Mike Camello scored the first goal of the game, a giveaway right in front. He made no mistake. And Nick Hauser tapped one in on the back door for Michigan State. Devin D'Angelo, pretty good shot from the top of the circle, able to find its way past Tracy. And there you have it, 4-1 hockey game.
They had a couple good chances, Michigan State there. It's all about containing Florida Gulf Coast. Offensively speaking, might be the best team in the tournament. And they scored 11 goals yesterday. Today, they already have 4 in this one, so 15 goals already, 15-2 against. And we're not even through our second game, so somebody's got to be able to contain them offensively. And right now, Michigan State, they did a good job to start the game doing that, but then had their struggles in the later part of the period.
Quickly played ahead. Pellegra, not across the red line. Icing's going to be called.
Looking for a pass. There's Pellegra, I believe, was looking for the stick of Dylan Dupree. Couldn't find him, and it's going to be an icing. That one goes down the length of the ice.
Face off here to the left of the goaltender, Tracy. It's one back. Marlinski looked to reverse it. Van Acker got tied up with him. Klotz, cross-ice pass. Trying to take it off the boards was Dupree. Out into the neutral zone. Coming back with a little bit of speed is Hewitt. Hewitt still with it. A shot cross grain, missed the net. Tied up along the boards, Hugh Hayes. He's able to get it out, though, with a little help. Now Dupree. Nice move. Cuts in. Dupree. Back door. A shot stopped by Matic. Hugh Hayes with some speed now. Almost tripped on the red line. Lost it, and it comes back into the neutral zone. Michigan State changing up. Quick D-to-D pass. Took a little hop off the dasher. Finds its way. Klotz gets rubbed out along the boards. He's right in front of his bench and will go for a change. Michigan State trying to transition quickly. They send it ahead. Having to take that one on the backhand behind him was Tobazic. Goes into the corner. Leonard takes a bump. Still tied up along the boards. Camello there. Camello wrapping it around the kick plate. Nick Hauser receives it far side. Sends that one through the air. It finds its way to the Michigan State blue line. We're managing that as Albasta. Played it ahead. Albasta. Bit of a tough pass. They almost lost it. Gudowitz to Hauser. Dropping it back. Echeverry still managing the puck. He's dancing across the blue line. Top of the circle now. Makes his way to the middle. Back door. Hauser was there, but he didn't connect. Batted out of the air on the backhand. That one's sent forward. Leonard will go back. Icing waved off as Leonard just kind of coasted in past the goal line. Near side, off a skate. Camello in. Shot. Oh, that just missed top shelf stick side. It was labeled. Kicked ahead. Echeverry poked off his stick. Gudowitz blew a tire. It's just sent across the FGCU blue line. Camello. His pass too far ahead for Echeverry. It goes in deep, and getting to it will be Walker. Walker, an outlet pass sent forward. D'Angelo fed it near side. That one's just sent through the air, going back for a Grosvenor. Icing will be called.
Well, if you like upsets and you like NCAA Division I basketball,
What
because you
happened?
saw those upsets yesterday,
Yes.
today seems to be the upsets of hockey. You mentioned earlier Miami of Ohio, the 3 seed, knocking off Lindenwood Belleville.
Oh, yeah.
We also had Utah State beats New York University, the number 1 seed from the north, the team that won it all last year.
Wow.
5-4.
Tyler Tracy stopping it behind his net. 17:05 left here. Second period of play. Eduardo Leon in. Shot sent wide on the stick side. Tied up along the boards. Newton getting that one ahead behind the skates of D'Angelo. And now regrouping in their own zone are the Eagles. Pass to center ice. That hit a stick. Still behind the red line, however, and icing once again will be called.
The other game, of course, on the day, Keene State took on Arizona State, and that one goes to Arizona Elite. 6-1 the score in that one. So tomorrow setting up.
How would
if
you
Florida
feel
Gulf
about
Coast
that?
continues?
If you're playing with 2 D2 squads in Arizona State, you're playing on the Elite, but the other team's the Maroons. Would you feel kind of upset?
If I was a Maroon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
I'd
would
want
be a
to
little.
be the Elite.
Or just being called Maroons.
Yeah, I know that they do have the similar situation in Division 3 for, I believe it's Adrian, where they have Adrian Black and Adrian Gold.
At least that, there's no discrimination there. It's just colors. Who cares? But Elite, they put a status mark on that. That's
true.
A little bit rough.
Well, they are Elite for a reason, and they're undefeated in the tournament. So
Fair enough.
they won 6-1. They are the.
So are the Liberty University Elite. They're 2-0.
They are.
Go ahead.
Arizona State, the top team in this division. They are 2-0, and now they are currently awaiting their last game, which will be against the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles, and could potentially determine who's going on to the next round.
Batted ahead. Garst able to pick it up in his own zone, playing it around Marlinski. Gotta love the upsets because it always makes day 3 of pool play that much more interesting. You don't have to worry, everybody's got it locked in, so on and so forth. You have to be aware and have to be ready to play. Quick pass in front. Tracy makes the save. Rebound comes out. It's thrown in front, pinching in. Trying to get to the puck off the blue line was Albasta.
The only way you can lose a game and get in is through a tiebreaker, usually.
Right.
Or if you beat the right team and it's head-to-head. So you never want to do that. You don't want to just win your 3 games and go through. That's why it makes the Sunday, the third day of games, that much more interesting.
Puck played deep. Marlinski leaving it there. Garst just left it go in the corner. You can see Marlinski wasn't too thrilled with his decision. Banked off the boards ahead, and for the first time in a while, Michigan State has hemmed Florida Gulf Coast in their own zone. Tipped in deep. Comes in on Tracy. He's going to hold on to it. We'll have a face-off ensue. You can see there, number 25, Alex Fasten, asking, hey, why wasn't icing called there on that last place? We could have gotten a tired group of Eagles out there for an offensive zone face-off. He said you didn't go full tilt. Didn't like that response. Walker at the line, a shot well wide of the goal. Newton playing it down deep. That just hops over the stick of Joseph Hewitt. Dupree able to get it out into the neutral zone. Sent right back in by Uhas. Leon. Almostly errantly played that puck. Dupree with it now. Couple of turns. It's like a washing machine. Just twisting around out there. Off the boards. Michigan State able to keep it in. Now a little bit of speed. Dupree turning on the wheels. Pellegra off the boards. Pass in front. Dupree off the post. That was in. A rocket by Dupree. He was the trailer on the rush. He made no mistake.
And that just shows you why this team loves the rush so much. Is because they can score on it like nobody else. You see right there, they set up. You make the washing machine comment back in their own zone, but they'll set things up. They'll take their time, and they'll come up with speed, and they're so hard to defend. Dylan Dupree with his second of the game as he makes a beautiful snipe right there. 5-1 now the score for the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles.
Face off one back by MSU. Comes in Tracy. Once again, not wanting to play it. Awfully cautious. We'll hold on.
Hey, you're on camera there.
Oh, was it? Oh, hey. Oh, well. Quick outlet pass and ahead. Here comes Camello. Camello holding on to it. Turns down into the corner looking for a man in front. Hauser was lurking there as well. Echeverry couldn't control it. Now it's going to be chipped in just across the blue line. Peacock battling his man for the puck down deep. It comes along the half boards. Trying to make a move to the middle, still managing it. Tobazic, his pass towards the front of the net, didn't work out at the point. Peacock, top of the slot, a shot through traffic. Tracy made the save, a rebound, a nice pad save there by Tracy.
2 nice stops. He makes the first original save, and then he slides across to make a nice right pad save.
Out to the line, pump fake, shot, off a stick, back towards the net again. Little move made, poke check by Tracy, scores! Tracy missed on the poke check. Walking around him was Will Badner, and he made no mistake.
Not very often you see the goaltender come out that far to make a poke check, and you can see he's not happy about it. Misses the puck, and Tracy comes in, getting some life back into the Michigan State Spartans here. As you know, they're only down by 3 goals right now. All it takes is a couple good scoring chances, 3 shots, and you're back in this hockey game.
13:02 remaining here, second period. Colton Bailey will send that one in. Icing waved off. Played out in front. Oh, a similar style of play. Both goaltenders a little bit aggressive and almost an empty net there for Florida Gulf Coast. Tied up along the end boards. Bailey was there. Battling for it now is Mark Arnold. Arnold still with it. Quick shot by Leon. That's off a leg. Bailey turning behind that, wrapped around near side. Marlinski will get it at the near point. Feeds it. Arnold out in front. Leon couldn't keep it in, and now it comes out across the blue line. Marlinski. Garst back to Marlinski. The top deep pair here for Florida Gulf Coast. They like to push the tempo forward. Pass. Arnold unable to manage it. Now comes near side. D'Angelo cuts in, a shot off a stick and high. Arnold back the other way. He's got Leon with him. Arnold shot stopped, rebound. There isn't one. Held on to by Matic.
There you go. There's another just scoring chance out of a nothing play. It's a 2-on-2. How often do you ever get a good scoring chance like that? The defender on Michigan State ends up going down to his stomach there to try and block a shot just because the speed, it's so hard to contain them, and you don't know what they're going to do. They're so creative offensively. When they're flying into the zone right like that, with all that speed, very tough team to contain.
Tied up in legs in front of the net. That just sneaks wide of the far post. Hauser battling for it, coming away. This Florida Gulf Coast, that was Trevor Mullally. Just out of the defenseman's reach. Banked along the boards. Gudowitz, a board bank. Comes ahead, getting to it, Stephen Noyes. Mullally there as well, Noyes just across the blue line. Walker for the Spartans, sending it ahead. They're not giving Michigan State much time and space out there to work with. Walker, D-to-D, Newton, sending it ahead, right onto the tape. Gudowitz in, a shot, that's up and over the goal. 11-11 left here, second period. A soft backhander made its way through, sending it in. Connor Lynch. That's stopped behind the goal by Tracy. Gudowitz is going to skate out with it. Uses the boards. Noyes sending it back to him. It was a give and go. State trying to bring it back in. Noyes once again. Cross ice. Is it impressive to you how many actual Floridians there are on this FGCU team?
Is that even a word?
Well, it is now.
I think it is, but yeah, it definitely is. Especially with the amount of talent that this team has, you'd think they'd be built on a lot of guys from the north.
Yeah.
They do have a couple guys. You bring in a guy from Columbia and you slap a C on him, good things happen.
I know this guy. He's a beauty. He's fast and skilled.
He's the best Colombian hockey player I know.
Klotz sending it ahead. Peligra throws on the brakes, drops it back. Dupree again was hoping to get it backdoor for Klotz. Tipped around. Here we go. The whistle's blown behind the play.
We're going to get too many men. Too many men, Florida Gulf Coast.
Why is that called, though, as Michigan State's going away on the rush? I wouldn't be too happy about that one. Edmund Meltzer looked like he might have had a great one-on-one opportunity. That clock is just not working for me.
I hit the wrong thing. Instead of hitting spacebar, I hit stop.
That's okay, bud.
But I'm all right because watch this. Now
Tell
I
me.
just set this thing. Boom, and it's at 10 minutes.
Oh, Kobe. Yeah, why not?
Oh, we
I
got to
guess you
stop
could
it.
have just set it at 10:03.
I could have, but
That would have been too
I
easy.
didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get carried away with these
No,
things.
I don't. I wouldn't question you.
It's technology. You just be careful. You respect it.
You do. Much like Napoleon Dynamite's brother that wrote a little song about technology once upon a time. Here's Echeverry with speed, cutting in, shot scores.
Second game I've called now for the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles, and it's the second time I've seen this team in this tournament shorthanded. They get a breakaway, and we've seen it plenty of times calling games throughout the year. And every time this team is shorthanded, I think they are more of a threat to score than 5-on-5. A lot of times they chip the puck by you, they're gone. Breakaway every single time, and they add to the lead. 6-2 now the score for the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles.
Goaltending change that is. Matic is out. Coming in to take his place, Grant Luzinski. Always like to remind you that this is brought to you and like to thank as well Gong Show Hockey, Warrior, and Howie's Hockey Tape, the official tape provider of the ACHA. Also like to thank Westchester Visitors Bureau, Iceline Quad Rinks, App Hammer, and our broadcast partner, Utah Hockey. It's kind of nice, for the first time in a long time, it's free to watch the Nationals this year.
Love it.
Great move. I'll be honest. Never was the biggest fan of fast hockey. I'm glad that's kind of gone. I can say that
Throwing
now.
out the truth.
Why not? I appreciate Utah coming here, letting it be a free stream, and the ACHA doing it. I think it's a quality
The
move.
ACHA making the right move, and I think all three divisions in the men's side were broadcast for free this year, which is
I think the women's
awesome.
D1 was as well. So, great stuff. Played back to the line. Michigan State here, down by 4, 6-2 is the score. It's played ahead. Will Badner. Ooh, that one took a funny little hop there right where the Zamboni comes on. And it's going to be able to be cleared out by Florida Gulf Coast. Here comes Hayes. Quickly played ahead. Touch play. Echeverry brought down his man. No call, and Marlinski will able to clear. A little bit of a board bank. Van Acker with some speed, cutting the offensive zone. Offsides the call. They're going to say that Will Badner was over the line.
So minute 5 left here. The Florida Gulf Coast Eagles in the box. And the Spartans right now trying to get their power play unit going here as they haven't had much of an opportunity so far. And you look at the shots, 20 for Florida Gulf Coast, now 11 for Michigan State. And a lot of those shots end up coming in the first part of that first period as they got most of their shots then. And ever since that point, offensively speaking, they've had their struggles.
Top of the point, near side now. There's some traffic. Jam play at the side of the goal. That's going to be cleared out. Nice work by Dupree. One opportunity clear. Michael Pober skating it ahead. Near side pass. It's taken in stride. Hewitt across the line. Tried to let a shot go. Hewitt with it along the boards. Out to the point. Pober, his shot was tipped in front. I believe that went off Andrew Patson as well. It's kept in. Maloney out to the point. Walker near side. Pober backdoor play, scores. Beautiful pass. And just getting a piece of that one, directing it into the net, Tyler Maloney.
Really, really nice little play there by the Spartans as they finally get the offense clicking on the power play unit there. And you can't draw it up any better. It's a shot from the point. You keep it low. You keep it tippable, and they get a nice deflection in front, which ends up allowing the third goal of the afternoon. They cut the lead in half, 6-3 now. Only 3 goals down to this Florida Gulf Coast team.
It's sent ahead. Grosvenor banking it off the boards. Here's Eduardo Leon skating back towards his own zone. Jack Emmer, Grosvenor, played ahead. That goes off a stick, giving chase. Albasta, he's got it behind the goal. Lazinski, he's a small little guy there back between the pipes. Typically you see the goaltenders now 6'2", 6'3". He's the old kind of Ron Tugnut style. 5'10". Perhaps maybe not even that.
Old Ron Tugnut.
Played out into the neutral zone. Arnone brings it across the line, drops it off. Leon back towards the front of the net. That sailed wide. Not too far away from the post it was. Played now in the corner. Spartans trying to bring it up along the boards, unable to. It comes out in front. Little touch play, and they're away the races. Here's Nick Jones. Near side pass. Van Acker cuts in. Shot. Side of the net. They're jamming away, trying to get it free. Doing some dirty work there at the side of the goal was Connor Lynch, but the whistle was blown.
You got to like the resiliency of this Michigan State team. They only had 13 shots up on the board when they had their third goal, so only 10 stops in net. But you got to think, they can start getting some more offense. They can get some more shots. They're not that far out of this game.
3 goals at Nationals, not the steepest hill to climb. We've seen much worse be overcome. Newton just sending it forward. I think Michigan State learned their lesson early on. If you don't have a play, don't hold on to it too long. Just send it to their line. Bring it back. Camelo, a blind pass, finds its way now to the Spartans, bringing it in. Badner. It goes down deep. Badner there. First man as well as Tobazic. Echeverry. Cross ice. They're trying to keep a third man high here, the Spartans. Now Camelo with speed and all alone. Backhand buries. Lazinski had no chance on that one. Camelo, all the speed in the world, walked around the state defense and just tucked her in.
Seems like a broken record to be saying speed kills, and another goal scored off of speed. Eagles, I'd love to see what their practices are like, because I feel like all they do is skate. This is such a quick team. Power skating every Monday, I don't know. Super quick team. Great with the puck, and there's another one in the back of the cage. 7-3 now, the lead.
Played ahead, Dupree on the back check. Able to get to the puck, tried to drag it to himself. Comes loose, a shot. Oh, just getting that with the blocker. Tyler Tracy, another shot. He's going to snare that one out of the air. With 6:07 left here in the second period of play. Did you get that one on the dot?
No, I'm still running it
just
down
let her
right
run.
now.
Why not? By the time they start, it might be actually perfect.
Yep, there we go. Look at this.
Go. Oh, they just messed you up probably. That's all right. Just let her run.
Always works its way out.
it'll even out. Sent towards the front of the net. The defenseman sneaking in. He's still with it. Pober got it behind the goal. He almost lost it. Somehow finds his way through. Pober just holding on. Cycles it deep. Goes back behind the net. D'Angelo lost control of it. Pelligra trying to spin away from one. On the forecheck was Maloney. Gudowitz. Along the boards, Dupree. Nice pass, Pelligra. Across the blue line, lets a slapper go that is stopped by Luzinski. You know, why don't we play the game we play back home? Rate that sweater.
Oof.
Florida Gulf Coast is a bit of a classic. It's the Vancouver Canuck-ish Eagle head.
I'd love to see them bring their blacks out here.
I know, the black sweater they have is
You'll be seeing
nice.
it tomorrow because they'll be the number 2 seed.
That's true. You will be seeing it tomorrow. I don't think I call their game tomorrow, though, unfortunately. I wish I did.
Just come in the rink, take a look at it.
All right, it's a nice sweater. How about the Michigan State? I love it. Very collegiate.
Yep.
It's a good college jersey.
Tie is great.
If they had a cream one with green, oh my goodness,
oh, man. Too much.
I'd probably buy it.
Numbers look nice in the back.
They do. It's a sharp looking sweater.
The thing that you gotta give credit to Florida Gulf Coast is they have the whites, and their away jerseys don't look anything like it.
No. Pass in front, shot, scores! Made it across the goal line. Tracy got a piece of it. And now the score is 7-4. These pesky Spartans not going anywhere, friends.
They never say die, that's for sure. They just keep battling back. It's the Spartan way. And that puck comes out in front. You said it. Tracy got a big chunk of that one, just not enough to keep it out of the cage. And now, because of that, we'll adjust the score again. 7-4 the score. Goaltending change. Mike Reed will come in net for Florida Gulf Coast.
Not too often you see a goalie that still has a 3-goal lead get pulled. Face off, one back by the Spartans. Between the pipes, Mike Reed. So both teams have made a goaltending change here in day 2 of action. Camello tipping it across the line. Out to the point, Garst, Marlinski, that is. Wow, that one came out rather odd. Marlinski. It's tied up along the boards now. Played back behind the net. Michigan State trying to get it out. Hauser doing some nice work. Camello drops it back. Sneaking in with it was Echeverry. He's still holding on to it along the boards. Tried to cycle it deep. He's got it once again. Side of the net. Camello shot. Luzinski able to get a piece of that one. It goes wide. They come back the other way. Hewitt pass ahead. It's going to be onside. Hugh Hayes going back for it. Icing is called. They said he was there first. Michigan State not happy on the bench.
Very unhappy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. And you're seeing a team get some life. I like to see that from Michigan State. I think if you see this earlier in the hockey game when they were down a bigger total, you wouldn't have heard them complaining the way they did there. Everyone's up on their feet, and they don't like the call. It's going to come up to center here as the refs decide, yeah, we really didn't make the right decision there. But Michigan State, that's the right call. If everyone's up, everyone's in the game, and they're going to be upset even if it's an icing call, because all it takes is a couple more shots and they're back in this game. How about 11 goals scored in this hockey game so far? Not even done 2 periods.
State with it, sent back by Badner. Played right back up the boards. Badner with it. Pass off, a shot towards the goal. As you said, Mike Reed now between the pipes for FGCU. Out to the point, Walker, his shot. Knocked down, Dupree wanted to get it by him. Another shot by Walker, side of the net. MSU can't control it. Jordan Klotz, he's getting his wheels going. Here he comes with some speed through the neutral zone. Klotz tried to make the drag through, wasn't able to. He's met there by Newton in the corner. Klotz able to get to that loose puck along the boards, sending it down deep. Dupree holding on, spins away from one. Out to the point, shot by Leonard off a body in front, just chipped ahead. Klotz battling for it. He is strong on his stick. Another shot, and Luzinski makes the save.
Brett, you know how we roll. We love to ask these kind of questions.
Ask.
Since we're in this kind of a game, 11 goals scored in this one.
Oh, boy.
Let's get you on the hot seat here. What is the record for the most combined goals scored in an NHL game?
NHL? I'm going to say 16.
Higher.
Really? What is it?
21.
Wow. What was the game?
It's actually a tie for 2 games. The first was in 1920, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Totally different game back then. Montreal defeated the Toronto St. Patrick's 14-7 in that game. But 65 years later, Wayne Gretzky and the Oilers defeated the Chicago Blackhawks 12-9
Wow.
in 1985. So not really that long ago. Still a
No,
different
but it was
era, but
a bit
pretty
more
crazy.
of a open era of hockey then. And Wayne was
21
there.
goals in an NHL game.
Grosvenor able to keep it in at the point. Nick Hauser in the corner. Grosvenor now coming off the bench. Marlinski back on. It's played ahead. D'Angelo makes a move. A shot blocking arm save made by Reed. Echeverry rubbed out along the boards. Getting to it, Van Acker. He's getting the wheels going as well. Tried to take it wide, gets out. Comes to the FGCU blue line. It's sent ahead, Arnone. Fires it right back in on the backhand. Colton Bailey giving chase along with Leon. Arnone seals off the wall. He's got it. Top of the circle's a shot stopped by Luzinski.
You look at the scoreboard over here and you see the shot total. Florida Gulf Coast with 22 in the game, 7 goals. And the Spartans, 15 shots, they have 4 goals. So the shooter's having a day here. The goaltender's
right.
not so much.
One back, Marlinski, D to D. Sent in by Garst, tipped just wide. Bailey inside the net. That was stopped by Luzinski. It comes out in front again. It's along the boards. Arnaud getting it. Bailey. Arnaud battling for it. Bailey now trying to drive it deep. Nice job pinching him off along the boards by Faison. Badner playing it to his defenseman. Nick Jones chasing after it. Leon bats it back in, and
Offsides looks to be the call here.
yes, sir. It's going to come all the way down into FGCU ice with 57.2 seconds left on the clock. Attaboy.
Can't get the .2 there,
That's
but
okay. I'll give you that one. It's too bad you can't just dictate it with the left and right arrows, you know? Like,
be great.
that would be.
I don't want to touch
Pretty
it.
solid. Gudowitz behind his net was pickpocketed, sent in front, chipped away. Klotz pokes it ahead. Dupree, Pelligra with him. Klotz, the trailer, a shot, rebound came out. Leonard controlling it, cycles it deep. Klotz lets it go by. Pelligra battling for it there as well. Walker reverses. They look to skate it out. Nick Jones sends it ahead. Badner, cross ice, out of the reach. Peacock was looking for it. 24 seconds left. Leonard just fires that one. Icing. Yep, it's going to be called. Opportunity here for Michigan State. Imagine if they could
It seems like
get
a
one
nothing
here.
play. You ice the puck, 17 seconds left. But at the same point, this can really change the game around. You win the drawback, you score here, down by 2 going into the third period.
They win it back. Top of the circle. The shot off a body and wide. Wow, that was close. Klotz poking ahead. It's still kept in. Stick broken. Penalty coming.
It might not have been a goal, but it's still one of those plays that's going to change the direction of the game. Because of that icing, puck comes back in your end, and you can't get it out. You allow a scoring chance, and you take a slashing call. So to start the third period, you're going to have 1:58 to kill off the clock. Shorthanded. Michigan State already has 1 goal on the power play.
State pulling their goaltender here for the offensive zone faceoff. Got to be awfully sure on this one. Tied up in legs, a shot towards the goal. That's going to do it. At the end of 2, 7-4 in favor, that is, of the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. Brandon Coburn's going to head down here and grab the head coach, Bob Brinkworth, in just a moment. A wide open second period. One team would score, followed by the other. It was a back and forth affair. Let's take a look here. The goal scorers for Michigan State: Will Badner with a goal, Tyler Maloney scoring as well, along with David Melnick. Try to keep you updated here. FGCU, Grosvenor scored in the first. Dupree has 2. Camello has 2. Nick Hauser has a goal. That adds up to 6. I'm missing 1, but both sides here putting the puck in the back of the net. It seems like at will. Coburn here just getting out to an area where we can see him on screen. You can see Bob coming over, and we'll send it down to Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. 7-4 the score. You think you're in the Wild West. It's a shootout here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Stay tuned. Third period of the ACHA Division II National Championships coming up next. Welcome back. Third period of play just about to get underway. Michigan State starting off on the power play. An opportunity for them to bring this game back to within 2. Brandon Coburn currently our tech master here.
It's not looking good for us.
Sorry, we can just say the time. It's just like radio on TV.
Can't do it. People want to watch that clock.
Not to worry.
Ugh.
People complain about the clock when it's wrong. It's better if I just give them real-time updates.
You're right.
Tipped in across the line. No Michigan State Spartan anywhere near that puck, and that one's airmailed all the way back down. Banked off the boards. They let it go by. Camelo picking it up in the neutral zone. He's just going to waste time if he can. Van Acker there looking for it as well. It comes back. Peacock played ahead. Bringing it in, Van Acker tried to make a move. Peacock with it. Plays it back out near point. Peacock cross-ice pass, a shot off the glove of Reed. It goes down deep. Badner had it momentarily out to the point. Faison. Peacock, his pass that is, went off a skate and back out into the neutral zone. Hayes. Faison. Van Acker likes to carry it. Lost control of it. Bit of a finesse player. Walker now turning it over. Here's Dupree. Short-handed in. Shot stopped by Luzinski. He has been really good since he came into this game.
Yes, he sure has. And the Spartans here with the man advantage. 46 seconds remain here. They would love to add another to that to get this game into it. 7-5, 2-goal deficit.
Walker digging for it there as well. Pober comes free. Dupree with it. He got it away from 3 Spartans. Goes back into the neutral zone. Gudowitz, D-to-D pass. Sent around by Leonard. Luzinski unable to get the stick on it. Still around the boards. Pushed ahead by Pober. Managing it now, Maloney. 17 seconds left. Maloney skates ahead. Klotz angles him off. The lead pass finds its way in. That was brought across the line by Hewitt. Walker now a quick shot and a big stop there by Reed. Kept this game a 3-goal lead for FGCU. Dupree battling for it. It's down now in the corner. Trying to bring it out in front was Patson. He's got it behind the net. Look to cycle it deep. Peligra out to the point. Sent right back in. Gudowitz going after it. Hewitt there as well. Leonard ahead. Klotz. He'll bring it across the blue line. Klotz, a shot, gloved, and holding on to it is Luzinski. (17:34), Michigan State down by 3. It was 4-1 at the end of 1.
It's been a very resilient group of individuals here for Michigan State, as they have fallen down by a couple of goals a number of times, but like you said, they just keep battling back. It seems like they've traded goals the last 3 or 4 opportunities. When Gulf Coast has got one, they've answered back.
Fakes the shot, has it now in the corner, out to the point, kept in, snapper towards the net, deflected, Reed makes the stop. He has made a couple of big saves since coming in for Tyler Tracy.
Yeah, you definitely ought to be happy with both goaltenders after coming in cold halfway through a hockey game. Mike Reed, the same situation. He hasn't allowed a goal since coming in, and he's made a couple decent stops out of the time he's had to work here.
Marlinski with it behind the net, playing it up along the boards, looking to lay the body was Tobazic. Camelo, Echeverry, tried to make a move around one, taken off his stick. Peacock had it momentarily, kept in by Badner for a moment. Nice job working the center ice line, Albasta. He still has it, playing it back to his other D partner, Alex Faison. Alabasta ahead off a skate of Badner. It goes in deep. Marlinski's going to be the first man to it. The defensive transition game for Florida Gulf Coast is not flawless, but you think at this level, this is the best team at passing the puck I've seen since Davenport back when they won in Grand Rapids.
That was the Division I team back then.
That was
ended up-
D2 before
was it?
they moved up. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
were.
what I mean.
Oh, right.
That was the best of the best for Davenport.
It
Now
sure
they've
was.
moved up. They actually have all 3 teams now, as they have a Division III, Division II, and Division I team.
Icing's going to be the call with 16:03 left on the clock. Just let that thing run down. Why not? We'll keep you up to date with the real time here from the booth. Face off, one back down low. Gudowitz unable to skate it out. He's guarding his man heavily. Tied up along the boards. Michigan State trying to dig it free. Got a man topside pressure. He's able to get it out to the point. Pober's shot off legs. Here they come. Jordan Klotz, the goal scorer. A nice move. Backhand stopped by Lazinski. He hung on to that one. Lazinski had to reach back with the pad. A nice little play by Klotz, however.
Klotz, incredible move right there, showing off the hands on display. A one-on-one, he's got the speed. Beautiful toe drag and a good stop and net to keep that one out.
Klotz still with it, trying to bring it back out in front of the net. Sent far side, getting to it, Jacob Leonard. They bring it ahead, Dupree dropping it off. Pellegra in front, Klotz had to go down on one knee to take it off the skate, couldn't get the shot off. Backhander to the line. Leonard couldn't keep it in. Here we go. Van Acker tried to make a splendid move, couldn't hold on to it, and the puck will just roll into the goaltender Reed.
Yeah, I think it was an unfortunate play right there because it was a one-on-one where he ends up having a trailer. Doesn't know he's there. I think if he knows that play, he probably would just love to draw the defenseman in, drop that pass back, and you have a nice 2-on-1, big-time scoring chance. They don't really get too much out of it.
Played around. Bailey off the glass and out. Arnone was giving chase. It's sent to the near sideboards. Grosvenor playing it forward. Eduardo Leon from a bad angle. A shot rebound came out in front. Banked down to the zone by MSU. They bring it forward. 2-on-1 if they hurry. They're in. Shot stopped. Rebound comes out. An excellent save there by Mike Reed. Arnone back the other way. His shot towards the goal. A routine glove save there for Grant Luzinski.
The Spartans getting the better of the scoring chances so far in this period. That one probably the best chance right there, but the big stop by Mike Reed keeps that 7-4. God like how Michigan State, they're not going to roll over and die. They continue to put the foot on the gas pedal and try and get themselves back in this hockey game.
Down in the corner, walking it out top, Hauser, alternate captain on this team, gives it to another one, Camello. Plays it back deep. The captain, Echeverry, tried to throw it in front with a backhand feed. Wasn't able to. Tied up along the boards. Skating it forward was Merritt. He takes an extra hit along the boards. Garst with the puck behind the net. Sends it around. Reading the play, Albasta. Couldn't keep it on his tape. Echeverry bodies his man off. A little bit of a wobble, though. Lands on his bum, and now it goes back down into FGCU ice. Marlinski throwing on the brakes. 13:35. This is a fast-moving third period. Garst plays it right ahead. Camello. Echeverry. Tightrope walking the line. Will just send it in. Takes a hit. Pellegra in on the forecheck. He's out there with Dupree. It's going to come out to the point. Gudowitz shot. Oh, that one off the stick of Luzinski rather awkwardly, almost directed back towards the net. Klotz controlling it along the boards, played it through the defender's legs. Down in the corner, Pellegra, a hot pass out to Gudowitz. He couldn't keep it in. Jacob Leonard sending it back in. Albasta controlling it. 4:43 Eastern time here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Jacob Leonard skating back behind his net. Finds his defensive partner, Gudowitz. Being harassed heavily, uses the glass, able to get it out.
Souvenir up here.
Almost got it. I almost took out my coffee. That would have been bad.
Horrible. We had a similar situation. The puck comes up here yesterday.
Yeah.
And wanted to keep it, a little souvenir keepsake with old Pat Strawn there. He decided that he was going to throw it back.
What is he doing?
I don't know. I said I wanted a memento of the tournament. He didn't have any of it.
The jacket's not enough. Okay?
It's a pretty nice jacket, but
I'll have to get my son a puck. He's a bit of a puck collector. You just gave me a good idea.
well, there
Thank
you
you,
go.
Brandon. I don't even have him a Leafs puck, the poor kid. He's got like 3 Liberty pucks. He's like, these are the best things ever.
I mean,
Plays
he
them
wants.
outside.
Yeah.
You're going to chirp.
I don't know what to
like
say.
A winning puck. Wouldn't get him a Habs one either right now. Get him a Flyers one right now. I guess Philly. Both Philly teams doing pretty well.
Pittsburgh and
Both in the playoffs.
I think he said both Philly teams.
Sorry, both Pennsylvania teams.
There you
Thank
go. Yep.
Thank you for that correction.
No problem.
Colton Bailey. Cross-ice pass. Didn't make its way through. Michigan State here just hanging around. 3 goals away, but you never know. Quickly played ahead. Bailey gains the offensive zone. He's got some speed. Bailey taking it deep, looking for a man in front. It made its way through. Here come the Spartans. Led by Sawchuk. Knocked off his stick. And across the line, Eduardo Leon, Boardbank, Marlinski now looking forward. Arnault. His pass was to no one. Holding on to it is Garst. Mailed ahead, Echeverry. He's going to beat out this icing call. Gets to it down deep. The goaltender came out of his crease as well. Cross slot feed. Didn't make its way onto the tape of Camello. He had to catch back up to it. Now it comes out in front. D'Angelo. Van Acker. He gets pinched off along the boards. Puck lying there in front of the FGCU bench. Comes loose. Michigan State an opportunity, but now FGCU clears. Echeverry using his speed. Gets around one. Shot stopped by Lazinski. Walker controlling it. Played up along the boards. Pelligra, nice job taking away time and space. Echeverry, far side pass. Sent ahead. Pelligra in. The drag, the shot, the stop by Lazinski. He is playing well here in the third for Michigan State. Van Acker sending it ahead. Great reach by Gudowitz to poke that pass away. Goes far side, Dylan Dupree, the Toronto native. Cross-ice pass was knocked away by the Spartans. Now Van Acker tooling up in his own zone. Coming in, the drag, still with it. Cuts away from one, a shot, and that's going to be held on to by Mike Reed.
What a nice little toe drag there. Michigan State at the line. You get a nice shot out of it. But right now, Michigan State, no answers to try and beat Mike Reed. The 4 goals coming against the goaltender previous. And right now, the 7-4 lead stands up on the board after we had a shootout of goals here in the game. Nobody finding the back of the net so far in this one. This third period, at least.
Yeah. Well, during this media timeout, we would like to thank Pro Stock Hockey, Bauer, USA Hockey, and Barron Championship Rings, the official provider of championship rings of the ACHA. And would also like to thank Westchester Visitors Bureau, Iceline Quad Rinks, App Hammer, and our broadcast partner, Utah Hockey.
See if we can get any updates on any of the scores going around the rinks here.
Yeah.
Nope. Last time I checked over there, Grand Valley was up on Penn State 3-1, as well as William Patterson 3-1 on Arizona State Maroon.
Setting up to be a good game tomorrow. Liberty versus William Patterson. That one's for all the marbles.
And we're probably, if things continue to look the way they are, Florida Gulf Coast will be playing Arizona State Elite for all the marbles as well.
Pass in front. Unable to get that shot off was Tobazic. Another shot. And Reed, the veteran goaltender, senior on this team, has really calmed things down between the pipes since coming in the second period.
That'll definitely be a good test as Arizona State Elite beating Keene State 6-1, a team that Florida Gulf Coast beat big time 11-1. But then you look at the two matchups as Arizona State Elite put up, I believe, a 10 spot against Michigan State yesterday. So that, just judging off of those two scores, it's going to be a real battle between those two clubs tomorrow. And as we all know, the Sunday is the day where we say goodbye to some teams. Some teams obviously mathematically eliminated already, but there's some huge games where it's winner goes on, loser goes home tomorrow.
Quickly played ahead. Leon trying to center it. Now he does. Comes in Lazinski. Kind of jumbled that one a little bit, but was able to hold on to it, just as I did my words. Here, 7-4 the score at 9:29
like
left.
The Looney Tunes.
Nick Hauser in to take the draw. Comes to the line. Garst has to take it way back into his zone. Now Marlinski playing it forward. Camello across the blue line. They turn it back the other way. Nick Jones driving it wide. Tried to make a move to the middle. Gets to the puck first. Almost banked it off Mike Reedon. Echeverry. Cross ice feed. Hauser sends it back. Camello, a shot. Glove save made by Lazinski.
So smooth on the odd man rush, as that wasn't even an odd man rush there. It's a 3-on-3. But the puck moving, the speed, they're able to find the trailer right there. You take it wide with the speed you do. You get some good chances out of it. Good stop and net by the netminder to keep that one out, as the score remains 7-4 in the hockey game.
Puck sent back down into Florida Gulf Coast ice. Gudowitz. Couple speed wobbles, but sticking with it. Comes in, driving it wide. Throws it towards the net. Lazinski will hold on. His boys giving a little bit of a tap and a laugh as he's even chirping a little bit at the Michigan State bench as they were giving him some love.
Happens.
It does.
We've all been there.
I never could skate that fast. I haven't been there. Just stay between the pipes, buddy. Stay between those
Good
pipes.
thinking, yeah.
Michigan State now on the attack. A snapper, blocking arm save made. Rebound comes down low. Hugh Hayes looking for it. It's kept in by these Spartans. They play it deep. Pass in front. Oh! On the back door. Van Acker was hungry for that one. Klotz pushing it forward. Nice defensive play by Hewitt. Florida Gulf Coast forced to tag up on the offsides. Backhander far side. Marlinski turns slowly. Hayes on the puck. Hewitt there as well. It comes forward. Klotz just gets his head up in time. Boy, Klotz for a little guy is so strong on his skates. Nice pass. Dupree. Backhand scores.
Hat-trick goal, I do believe, for Dylan Dupree. And once again, it's one where he comes in, makes a move. It's a deke, and it's an easy, wide-open net for Dylan Dupree, the product of Toronto, Ontario, with the hat-trick goal.
Do you really think he's from Toronto, or do you think it's just like, hey, I'm from Toronto?
Well, maybe Brampton or Mississauga, Oakville.
Ajax, Newmarket even, could basically be Toronto.
It's all Toronto-ish. The GTA.
There you go.
Let's have him on the player to interview after the game.
There you go.
We'll ask him something about it.
Him.
Not that you'll be able to hear it, but
you can tell me later.
Yeah.
Played back up along the boards, getting tours. Peacock. He lost it. Camello, another guy from Toronto. Sends it deep. Looking to walk out in front. A shot from a bad angle. The goaltender, Luzinski, able to make the save. Gudowitz pinching in along the boards, kept it in play. Nifty little move, now back the other way, sent towards the net. Penalty coming, the back official has his hand up. Michigan State heading to the power play.
Florida Gulf Coast, everybody up on their feet. They don't like the call. That officials, he doesn't like that they're complaining.
Yeah. I think he's thinking, you're up 8-4. Just sit down and be quiet. But you got to like that they're in the game. They're involved.
Yep.
Focused. Face off one back. Walker. Hewitt there as well. Walker with a drive. That's off a body. Look at that. The captain, you're up by 4, and he's still laying down to take it. And he's hurting as well. He just flamingoed. Backdoor play. Off a body. Here's Echeverry again. Able to get into the neutral zone. Tries to one-hand it forward. Now he's coming off. That leg's hurting. He's lifting it up as he comes off. Hewitt dropping it off. It's down deep. They've got a man in front. Maloney from the circle, a shot. And Reed once again up to the task. Doesn't let a rebound out.
Reed read it well. He's
done, my sir. Well done.
He's done a fantastic job since coming into the game. Hasn't allowed a goal here for Florida Gulf Coast, as they extend their lead now to 8-4. We have 6 minutes, 30 seconds left in the hockey game, and 1:20 to kill off for the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles in the box.
Far side out to the point. Sent towards the net, tipped. Reed once again gets a piece of it. Back out in the neutral zone. Faison into neutral ice. Hayes winding up behind his own blue line. It's sent ahead. Here comes Badner. Top of the circle. Decides to dump it in from in deep. Hayes lost it. Tried to take out his man and to send him into next year. Now he's slow to get up and back in the play. Faison. He's got Badner out there. His pass didn't have much mustard on it. Just comes across the blue line. Badner forced to protect it. Plays it down low. Leonard trying to get it free along the boards. Van Acker there as well. Out to the point. Faison. Side of the net, nice passing. Hayes, a shot, gloved by Reed.
Through some traffic there, Reed doing an excellent job of getting the glove out, gets the top of the blue paint, and he's able to get enough vision on that puck, or he's able to glove it down, cover up for no rebound. As we have another 14 seconds to kill off here for FGCU.
Sent all the way down. Luzinski sending it to his defenseman, Walker. 5:11 remaining, 4:57 the time here in Westchester. Tipped ahead, brought in the offensive zone. Merritt meets his man and knocks him down. That was Marlinski. It's along the boards. Hauser just taking his time, controlling it. Well, fired around near side. Camello looking to bank it out. It's sent right back the other way. Sent ahead. Here comes Camello in the offensive zone. Lets the shot go off a leg. Finds its way to the near boards. Walker met him there. Dupree. Nice little spin. Camello with it again. Down deep. He was looking for Klotz, who was coming into the high slot. Klotz controlling it. Takes a pretty good hit. It goes down low. Walker will airmail that one back into FGCU territory. Hard after the puck, Merritt. He gets there first. No icing called. D'Angelo there as well. Comes out, high slot. Dupree able to pick it up. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Pelligra, Dupree. Back to Pelligra. The shot off a leg. Luzinski loves to come out and play the puck. Tried to chop that one behind the net. Pober once again forced to just send that one down deep into the FGCU zone. Grosvenor. Cross ice pass, Dupree able to get to it. 3:33 remaining in this hockey game. Batted it out of the air. Stricker sending it forward. Sawchuk drops it back, a shot. That was D'Angelo. He has a goal on the day, but it went off a stick. D'Angelo with it again. Skates his way to the far boards. It's just chipped in deep. Stricker controlling it. Klotz takes a stick up high. It could have been a hook. They're yelling for a call. Nothing came from it.
I think that definitely was a hook, but anyways. Maybe that's because you complained about the call earlier. They're not going to call one there.
Boss to
Now
bring
it
ahead.
will be Florida Gulf Coast going to the box.
Pelligra getting in the face of Jacob Stricker. Pelligra will be going off. Looks like Stricker will as well.
Oh, it'll just be Pelligra going to the box. So the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles will have a 2-minute advantage here to work with 2:50 left here in the third period.
This will be their first power play of the game, I believe. I don't think we've seen the man advantage from them yet. If not, it's one of two.
If anything, it came back in the first
I
period.
don't think we've seen a power play for them yet. Pelligra waved out of the draw. Klotz will be in to take it. Kick back out to the point. Played in deep. Pelligra trying to send it down low. It's wrapped around at Javeri. Little head fake. Dupree had to go off a stick. The air has been let out of this hockey game. Not much emotion on both sides now. Hauser brings it across. Offside's the call.
Florida Gulf Coast, as of this moment, 19 goals on the tournament, 5 goals against. After 2 games, could be the early tournament favorite, the way they are playing right now.
Dupree Echeverry. That pass off Pelligra hit the back of his boot. Dupree forced back in his own zone, winding up. Here he comes, Dylan Dupree, 3 goals on the day, looking for more. Will set things up on the power play. He wraps it around. Pelligra in the corner, tried to cycle it deep. Klotz is there as well. Jordan Klotz, FGCU's version of Johnny Hockey. New Jersey native, really good with the puck. Very strong on the skates. A pass in front. Pelligra, the shot. Rebound came out. A couple of beauty saves there by Lazinski.
Lazinski makes 2 big stops there, both point blank. As he keeps this at an 8-4 hockey game, we got 1:48 left here in the third period of play. Shot total getting up to 37 now for FGCU, 27 for Michigan State.
Face off, one back. Gerst towards the front of the net. Arnaud. Camello. Back out top, Marlinski. Arnaud setting up in front of the net. Camello with it. His shot off a body in front. It's loose, and it's going to be hacked down into the Eagles' ice. Marlinski picking it up for Florida Gulf Coast, leaving it there momentarily. Garst didn't get a piece of it. Now skating away with it, Camello. Just walks right by his man. Nice pass ahead. Colton Bailey bringing it in across the blue line. He's battling his man for the puck. That's Newton. Arnaud out to the point. That's Garst. Now to Marlinski. He's ran over. It's brought ahead. Van Acker makes a move. Trying to puck handle behind himself. Just needs to let the shot go. Van Acker hit hard. He's slow to get up. Here comes Colton Bailey. Charging through the neutral zone. Lost the puck. He's got it again. Near side. Arnaud will cycle it deep. Bailey going after it. Had it along the boards. Dupree. A shot. That goes off the goaltender and wide. Dupree, nifty move. Trying to walk in. Van Acker feathers it ahead. Here comes Hewitt. Time winding down, only 22 seconds. Dupree throws on the brakes. Sends it near side. Klotz will give chase. Now 15 seconds remain. Faison playing it back behind the goal. Skates it out to his own blue line, and that is going to do it. FGCU winning this one. They are now 2-0 in pool play. They stay perfect.
They will stay perfect, and they will also meet up with the perfect Arizona State Elite tomorrow. Winner going on to the Final Four.
8-4 the score. Dylan Dupree with a hat trick. As we said, Hauser with a goal, Camello with a couple. Grosvenor scored. Echeverry also had a short-handed effort. That was a goal. This team just putting the points up on the board offensively. A great day for them. You also have to give a lot of credit to Mike Reed coming in. For relief, Tyler Tracy, a little shaky. There's a couple of goals I'm sure he would have liked to have had back. They give him the yank in the second. Mike Reed comes in, really settles things down on the back end for FGCU. And from there on, their game just got stronger and stronger. Michigan State, as it stands right now, mathematically eliminated from moving on to the Final Four. Brandon Coburn, he's going to grab Dylan Dupree here in just a moment. As we'll hear from the Toronto native and their hopes on claiming another national title here at the Division II level. And now we'll send it down to Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. 8-4 the final here as Florida Gulf Coast University wins this one over Michigan State. For Brandon Coburn, I'm Rhett McGibbon. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be back tomorrow, day 3 of pool play for the D2 National Championship Tournament from Westchester, Pennsylvania.